everybody, it's me, Hopeless Romantic, and today's video I'm going to show you how I achieved these butterfly locks. They're like a mix between butterfly locks and goddess locks, I think. I was just kind of going for kind of, the unorganized, disorganized lock look, and I really like it. So I went ahead and recorded the parts of the process. I didn't do the entire thing because it took a really long time. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, please keep watching.
Okay, so first things first, the goal here is that you're going to wrap your hair individually. So you want to go through and plait your hair all over. Part your hair the way that you want for your faux locks to look, and just plait each section. Don't be alarmed that your plaits are not thick. It's fine. You're going to add hair to them. I have a lot of hair, but my plaits were still skinny, and that's alright. So to protect my ends, I did go through and rubber band them. I put oil on the rubber bands and then just kind of like folded them, tucked them up, and rubber banded them. Some people do this to make, like if your hair is a lot longer than mine, they do this to make the hair the length that they want the butterfly locks to be. But I thought this was a pretty good length for me, so I only did the ends. And I just went and did that all over my head. So the hair that I'm using is the Afri Natural Water Wave texture hair in the color T1B/30. I do the kids one because it's not long already, and most people, when they get regular length hair, they end up cutting it in half anyway. So to avoid doing that, I just got like 7, I think there were like 8 packs of this hair that I used. And as you can see by the ones that I've already done, I haven't done them very thick. So you do want to separate out the hair so to make it a little fluffy. You can do that by combing or just fingering through it like I did. Then you stick your crochet needle underneath the plait that you wanted to go in, and you just pull that hair all the way through. Pull it all the way through so that you have one section of hair on one side and another section of hair on the other side. Now once you've done that, you're going to begin to wrap the hair around. If you've ever done faux locks at all before, it is the exact same motion. You're just wrapping it around just with curlier hair. If you want them thicker, you'll have to use more strands of the hair. I wasn't really concerned about them being that thick. And then to create that butterfly effect, you will wrap the hair, you'll interrupt the wrapping with your finger. So you'll wrap it around your pointer finger, your thumb, whichever finger is closest to your rotation of how you're wrapping. Wrap it around that twice, and that will interrupt the motion of the wrapping, and it'll loosen up eventually and make them fluffier. And they'll look curlier the way that they're supposed to look. I did that probably 2 to 3 times down the length of each braid and each plait. So I didn't do it too much, but I've seen people do it a lot more times, and theirs look, a lot more fluffy or curlier. You kind of just have to go with the look that you're going for. So yeah, that's me wrapping again twice around my finger, and you see it's creating that little bubble, which is basically the butterfly effect that you want. And you just do that all the way to the end of the braid. And then the next question is that people normally have is, what do you do when you get to the end? And basically, if you get to the end and you still have hair, you start wrapping upward, like back up the plait, to just use all the hair. And I think I'm going to show you that in the next one, but that's what you'll do. You start wrapping back up the hair, and then some people start to, like on the end of the hair, they add like a tiny dab of nail glue, like not like fingernail glue, not like tools, nail glue. But you add a little bit, like a dab of that, not too much. It's not supposed to be like super sticky, but they just add it so that the braids don't come apart. I just went down the length of the braid, then went back up when I had a little more hair left over, and then I kind of just rolled the lock in my hands to make it messy and kind of stick together. But also, as you will see later in this video, for some of them I did loop the hair at the end and tie it in sort of a knot to keep it from sliding down too much. Some of them I didn't mind that they slid down. I really wanted them to be like, I hate saying messy because I feel like that's negative, but I didn't want them to be smooth and organized. I did want them to kind of be like, just fluffy and curly all over. So I was less concerned with them staying put than I was with just kind of how I wanted them to look. Now, if I were doing them on somebody else, I probably would have used a little bit of nail glue on the ends. But since it was just me and it was my first time doing it, I was experimenting and I didn't use any. And I think they turned out fine. Now, I don't think I have too much else to explain, so I'm just gonna be quiet so you guys can watch me do this a couple more times. I won't take you through the entire process, but in case you need to watch it done a few more times, go ahead and watch me struggle a little bit. But again, this was my first time, so the process looks a little janky and I couldn't really see at first, but I know that I would kill these on somebody else because I would be able to see everything and it wouldn't take me nearly as long as this took me. I did do my hair in stages. I did the shampoo and blowout one day, then the next day I parted and did all the plaits, and then this wrapping process was 2 days worth of work because I could have done it in a day, but I had a lot else going on, so I had to do the perimeter first and then throw it all up in a ponytail and then come back and do the rest. So enjoy watching the rest of the process. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. And that's it. I was kind of talking, but I was talking on the phone too, so I cut out the sound here. But if you like them and if you liked watching this video, if it was helpful, please like, share, subscribe, and come back here for more. Thank you.